Yo, what's up? I'm saying to absolutely no one. That's nice. Okay. Huh. Why you choose Godot, sir? Because I want to. Sorry I was out for a bit, I was just eating a cinnamon bun. I got it for free. I've just been to Lidl and buy some groceries. Well, not groceries, just snacks. But yeah, I chose Godot because one, it's lightweight, so it's pretty fast. I'm not talking about performance, but to the actual game, but it's fast as in fast to develop. And yeah, I just want to see how it feels like in 3D. I do know that there's way more support for 2D, but I'm just gonna try out the 3D and see how it is. And I'm not gonna try Unreal because I don't have space for Unreal. Unreal is like 50 plus gigabytes, and I don't have that much space on my PC. Does that answer your question, Joseph? My good sir. Okay, so yesterday, I don't know how Godot kind of works. I've been developing with Godot documentation on the side to try and understand stuff, but I've got a basic inventory working because I kind of want to recreate inventory from my Unity inventory series, and that works. But now it's time for me to have an item object. The way I made and then I need to pick up items. The way I picked up items in my Unity tutorial, I just used raycasting because it was first person, but now my character is in third person. So how should I do that? Well, in Unity I would probably use a physics box overlap, and get all the items in range, sort out which one is the closest, and then pick up the closest one. So I kind of want to simulate that effect. Do I know how? No, but I'll find out. I don't know what they have in their physics library. How do raycasting even work? Because they don't have a direct physics library like Unity, as far as I'm concerned. Now, what if I want to do raycasting? How does okay, raycast 3D. Cool. Well, it's not here I want to do it. So the raycasting, the component should be on the player itself. So do I want it to be part of player scene, child scene, or the player here? I think I want to not have a part of the player scene. I think the player scene should just have the basic player itself, because maybe in my game I want to turn pickup off, and I don't want to do that through the player. I can just reference the pickup collider through here. So I do know that there is a component, because I did the Godot tutorial in that documentation, so I do know there is an area 3D node, so that's probably a good place to start. And this is going to be the pickup area. So this node has no shape. Okay. Consider adding a collision shape. Okay, so I need to add a collision shape. And then make the 3D area a child of that. And now it's still complaining. Oh, it doesn't have a shape yet. Boom. And why do you complain? I just did. Huh? Why are you complaining? I don't want you to complain. Oh, it's the opposite. Like that. Okay. And this is going to be the pickup area. Shape. So this is the box. And do I want to actually use a box? Wouldn't a cylinder be better like that? No, this is a capsule. Cylinder, like that. So if I do this and do this, quite beautiful. Yeah. And then we just place you down and defeat. And now I need to get its height. So. Plus this divided by 2. Beautiful. So this is the little pickup area. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. A little bit higher range. Like that. Okay, cool. So, how should this work? How does this area 3D thing work? So, so monitoring through detects bodies of areas entering and existing it, and then monitorable. Other monitoring areas can detect this area. Well, I don't want this one then. I want this to monitor, because I want this to monitor the items going inside. Yeah. And then I have the collision. So species last collision is in collision objects can exist one or more refer to different layers. Collision mask. Maybe I do want this to be part of the player itself. Yeah, I will do that. So copy. Paste. Huge. Then I'm gonna delete you. Save. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So this is going to be part of the player script. Yeah. So pick up area shape. So should this have? Yeah, I can attach my own script to this. So I am going to make a folder for all the players here. For all the player here. So of course player goes inside player, but other than that I can create a new script now. Let me attach a script here called pickup area. And yes, this is all good. So let's look at the documentation. Godot doc. Area 3D. So what do you have inside? So it has a bunch of different settings for body entered or whatever. But can I get an... But could it be possible to get an array of all the bodies that are inside? No, okay, let's start with the body entered. So if body entered, is that how it works? Dot oh yeah, this is a signal, so this need to has a node here. So so I cannot connect it to itself, right? So I need to put on the player, correct? Can I then print the area? Like that. So maybe I don't need to have a pickup area script. I just need to use these events. And maybe detach script. Okay, so let's try this one. So this sends, so this is connected to the player when an area is wait, this, the area only works on other areas. Isn't it in a shape? Let's just try. It's fine. Okay, so I need to use the body when this happens, at least. So should so what counts as a body? Physics body, 3D. Okay, so character body, rigid body, static body. Okay, so all these bodies counts. So an item with a rigid body, 3D, will count. Okay, cool. So I don't need the area one. This one can disconnect. I just need the body. Like this. let me just find something out first. Okay, get overlapping bodies. Okay, so I can get that one. Okay. So, I actually don't need any of these events. Right? Well, I can use the body enter to highlight. I can use the body enter and exit to highlight how many is still inside to have some UI pickup. But overall, I technically don't need it in order to pick up items. I just want to get the overlapping bodies. So let me get the overlapping bodies, right? So let's, for now, let's disconnect this, right? And here, for this test right here, I want to get the overlapping bodies. So var bodies, which is equals to the pickup area dot get overlapping bodies. Yeah. And then I can make for this event bodies in bodies. So I need to sort out which one is the closest, right? Well, for now let's just pick up the first index just to see if it even detects something. So if bodies dot, so what can I use you for? Bodies dot size. What do I use you for? Can I use node 3 d specify? Like this. So why won't you work? It's because I have no space? No, it's not it. Couldn't I define values like that? Or is it only for export items? What if I make them a global? Like that. Oh, does it need to be an array? How the fuck? Oh. Array right here. Come on. Yeah. Because then I can just say bodies dot size now. Yes. So let's say if bodies dot size is above 0, then we pick it up. Yeah. Let's just Q3 first. Oh well. Bodies 0.Q3. Right. So right now that should just be the play itself. So if I press Q, I will literally commit suicide. Yeah. So let's fix the pickup area. So for that we need to make sure that the player is not part of the mask, right? So let's go into the prices settings. Let's go down to layers. Is it layer physics? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. And yeah, the first one can just be player, but the second one can be an item, right? So this one is an item. So we only want oh. This oh? Oh yeah. We want it to react to the items only. So if we just go into test scene here, and I will just make a quick note, call it rigid body 3D. What do you need? Adding is known as no shape. Well, let's add a shape to you, and that can just be a collision shape. And this needs to have a shape. Let's just do a little box. And this, right? You will be this. Yeah. You're an item. Item. Test. Item test. Hello. What are you gonna make today? I am working on inventory. Yesterday I struggled for like over an hour on making UI because I didn't understand how the UI worked in Godot. I've been considerably better at it now with this. The reason why I struggle with it, it's all because of this value right here, which I didn't know existed, called custom minimum. If the minimum can be set to 0, I was so confused about this, but then this will happen. So, and I was like struggling for an hour, and some guy tried to help me, but he was using Godot 3.5, and they have different methods on the UI. So the UI apparently got an overhaul in Godot 4, and when I tried to Google it for UI help for Godot 4, it just Godot 3.5 popped up. So I didn't know what to do, but eventually I figured it out by just messing around with so many different things till it just worked. And there's also this quantity label. I don't remember how to remake the mistake, but the quantity label was always too big. I don't know why. It was so fucking annoying. But it works now. So right now I'm making a test for picking up items, because I finally got the inventory to work. Well, it worked for a long time, but I tried to make the UI for it, and that took the most time because I didn't know how the fuck that worked. So annoying. But yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna make the test now. If I do this correctly, this should work. I also just want to test out the physics, so this can go there. Yes, everyone starts to learn US is in low note. It's really powerful. Yeah, I can see it's powerful, but it's just really confusing because it's so different from what Unity is, and I'm used to the Unity workflow. So it was quite hard for me to do, to figure it out at first, but it came on. But now let's see if I can pick up the item. Well, nothing is gonna come inside the inventory. My goal is just to kill it right now. It gets killed. Okay, cool. So what I am going to do is well, this is going to be an item which I want to use the rigid body 3D component because I want physics on all the item objects. Should I attach a script to it? Yeah, I'm gonna attach a script to it, which is going to I think I'm going to make a custom node of the rigid body 3D, which I'm gonna call item object, because then I can specify it as a type in the code. So instead of get node 3D, I can just get the variables, you know, directly, because I do like to have the combo box coming in. So I like to initialize the type of variable I'm going to use. So maybe I should do that. But I kind of don't need to. I can also just attach a script. And use that, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna use the script, I think, yeah. Attach script. So this is going to be the item object. And you're gonna get this script right here. Like that. I don't need all of this. I just need an export, which is the item it holds. I forgot to make the var. Work. Thank you. And then another export var, which is going to be amount. And that's basically gonna be it. Yeah. By default, just one. Well, int. So, how much time it took you to learn Unity? I can't remember. I learned Unity 7 years ago, but I don't know. I never really struggled with programming. I more or less struggled with designing with Unity. I've always been quite good at coding and figuring out new programming languages, but I've never been a good designer. I kind of want to be a good designer, but it's hard. So let's make this a rock. This is a PNG. I need a rock. And just one. So this is going to be the item object, right? So should I just use the custom node? Yeah, I'm just gonna use custom node. I think that's gonna be better for me. Lol, I am the opposite. Well, that's maybe because you're more of a creative person. I am more of a logical type of person. Like, I am quite I'm really good when it comes to logic and math and all that. I'm pretty good at it. Well, I always excelled at it in school, and I always got top grades in it. So it's just always been natural for me. But when it comes to art, though, I'm really fucking bad. Like, I always wanted to be good at it. I tried to use a 3D modeling language called Blockbench, which is for low poly, which I thought, I can do that maybe. And I've always been interested in doing pixel art for low poly models, and Blockbench does that. So let me just show this. This is a car that I made inside Blockbench. It's okay. But now we get to the big boy. I tried to make a ninja. The ninja is so ugly. Look at this. Look at this goofy ass. Oh my god, the car is much better. But I guess character art is hard in 3D models. Ooh. Yeah, I can see that since you showed me your custom game engine. It's really cool. Thank you. Oh, there is actually one 3D model which I spent so much on it, time on it, and it was really cute. Let me see if I can find it. I don't have the video downloaded, but I know I sent it to one of my friends like 8 months ago. So let me just scroll up in our chat history until it pops. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Is this the right one? Open in browser. Let me see. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is a fox that I made, and I made a custom shader for it, inspired by Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. This was so fucking cool. This is cute ass fox that I made. Own custom shader and everything. It was so cute. It also had walking animation and that sort of things. What does this video show? Oh, this is the walking animation for it. Yeah, that one is kind of bad, not gonna lie. But the fox itself is hella cute. I used it for a school project, and the school project was about making a cozy game, and it was so scuffed because me and my group, because I was the only one that knew how to code. Of course, I got done with coding, but I was also the only one like kind of doing stuff. So. Well, not the only one. They did art and all that, but I made the character model. But we never finished it because we only like every time we had the class, we only spent like 2 hours developing, and then we played chess because chess was like really big at the time. In like in the early 2023 in the winter, chess was like really big at my school, so we just played chess. Doing the class instead of developing. Well, you can just make a toon shader. Toon shading is actually really easy. And because I kind of want my game engine to have a specific style. Yeah, this is a prototype for fishing. This is so scuffed. Oh, this is so scuffed. Well, toon shaders are actually pretty easy to make, and I kind of want my game engine when I make 3D. I kind of want it to be specialized, so I actually kind of want to have toon shading be the default shader, because since I am a solo developer, I'm not gonna be able to make like high definition graphics for my game engine. I can technically, but it will take a very long time. But so what I will focus on is that my game engine will be good for low poly, maybe this pixel art kind of stuff, but low poly art with a toon shader on it, so it looks kind of cartoonish. So then it's less about the high definition graphics, but more about how you have to learn how normals works. Well, normals aren't that hard. Normals are just a vector in the direction, and in the shader, the normals are interpolated. You just set a normal for each vertex, and then the shader will interpolate the in-betweens for you, as long as you set the right settings for it. So you don't need to do that much for normals. The most difficult thing about normals is making a normal map tool. Like, normal maps can be kind of hard to create unless you have like a really good tool for it, kind of like Substance Painter. But like, dealing with normals mathematically isn't that hard. And you can also use normals for a lot of things during game development. For example, normals are useful for like making wall running in video games, right? You get what I mean? So this is something I learned this during math class. We were getting taught about how 3D vectors work, and we got to the cross products. And while he was teaching about the cross product with 3D vectors, I got like huge enlightenment. I was like, damn, I can make wall running with this. So I don't know if you're big on math and vectors, but let's see if I can find an image which shows what is, well, kind of like this, right? So technically the z-axis doesn't exist in video games. You just take the cross product between the x and the y-axis, and the z-axis will appear. So that's kind of cool. So the z-axis is actually the one pointing upwards by being the cross products. The cool thing about cross products between two vectors is that the cross product of the two vectors will result in a perfect 90-degree angle along these vectors. If you visualize these vectors as a big plane, like a surface, kind of like a cube on an object. If I took the normal of the cube wall, which is going to the right, kind of like on my webcam, and I took the vector 3.up, kind of like a unity of the character, like this, and I took the cross product, then I will get the angle going alongside the wall, and by that you can calculate wall running. Then you just need to apply some gravity components and maybe a little bit of smoothing, but then you essentially have calculated the maneuvering for wall running, which is pretty cool. That's also how Titanfall do it. You can calculate it once when you start the wall run, or you can do it while run timing. If you do it while the run time, then you can run alongside the whole object if it's a circular object. If you update the normal cross product in every frame, you can just walk around the objects till you fall off. So this is really cool, and I learned this during a math class. So, but my math teacher, he was a banger. He was so nice. I love dealing with vectors. It's so cool. Well, anyway, so my idea now, it's okay to add a script on this, but I want to have a direct value to this. So what I'm going to do, is I'm going to make a class name, which is going to be these item objects itself, which extends the rigid body 3D, because then I can just get the node value directly from script. So I can just say, oh, get the item and the amount, and then plus it inside my inventory. and then I queue free the object, which will destroy it. And after I've done that, then it's time for me to make a little function that just sorts it. I can just, I don't know, since Godot is like, GD script is like high level language, does Godot already have an auto sorting script for an auto sorting function for arrays? Oh wait, I can't do that because I want to do it based on positions. Well, I can do that after. Let me just check. So GD script sort array. Does it already have a method? Wait, is there already an inventory node? No. Where is my own inventory node? Oh, see, this is cool, maybe. I found this on the forums. Can I use this, maybe? So this is based on a slot with items in it. And then you can make my own custom function for sorting. Like this. I'm not gonna use this if it's to a high level. I'm just gonna do it the way I know will work. But yeah, anyway, let's quickly make a script. And this is going to be the item object. And no template. Item object. Cool. So this is not going to extend node. This is going to extend. There is an inventory node. Oh, I already read that. So I do need the node 3D. Is it okay for the rigid body to be a child of a parent? Well, I'll find out. If not, I'll just change the extents to rigid body 3D. This is going to be a class name. That's gonna says inventory objects. I think this is going to be too high level, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. We're just writing some code and doing stuff. So it's fine. It's kind of sad there isn't any fast controls like Control D that can go to a new line. I don't like that. Okay, so this is cool. And let's test this inside of the main, right? So let me add a child node, which is going to be the item. Wait, did I just call it inventory object? Yeah, I did. What the fuck am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Item object. Okay, this is cool. And I placed it inside the player. That's not where I want you to be. item objects, kind of like that. But let's say I want to add you like that. Rigid body 3D. Is this a good test? I'll say it is. And when we get the rock, then we get the, and then we say the amount to 1. So this right here I don't know how this will work. Unironically, because since this is a rigid body, will it move alongside this? We can just test it. If I make another mesh like this, oh yeah, we also need to kind of like that, right? Hello, Red. I am testing stuff right now. I am testing how things work. So will this also get affected by the gravity? It doesn't seem so, because if I place this now, yeah, I'm just taking a break from homework right now. Damn, that's rough, buddy. Nice inventory, by the way. Thank you. Wait, have you seen it? Oh, were you at last stream? Okay, I think the rigid body 3D is working independently. So the item object needs to extend. Where the fuck did the item object go? It's right here. It needs to extend rigid body 3D like that. Instead, well, I wasn't, unfortunately. That's fine. Legit, last stream was me figuring out how UI worked. I spent an hour plus working on UI. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It just didn't want to work at all. I hated it. But it's also because I'm not used to it yet. I did get better at it eventually, but holy fuck, it was so annoying. Anyway, though. So. Yeah. I mean, I did finally figure it out, but the thing is, there was a guy that tried to support me because he had experience with UI in Godot, but the thing is, he is used to Godot 3.5. But what we did find out doing stream, the UI components, well, the UI nodes have changed since 3.5. Like the properties that you can access in 3.5, you cannot in 4.1. Like you cannot change direct node size directly when it's part of a container. You could do that in Godot 3.5, but now you couldn't. And because of that, I did get the hotfix. The hotfix was that I need to place something called a panel container before, and the panel container can set a custom minimum size. But if we remove that, first of all, I spent an hour plus finding this variable. I don't know why. well, not an hour plus, exaggerating, but at least 15 minutes I spent looking for this custom minimum, because people told me in chat that it was inside of the texture rate, but it wasn't. That's the plot twist. And because I couldn't find this, when I then tried to make my UI, then everything just disappears and looked like this trash right here. So this was this part here, and then if the texture rect, if you don't place it inside the panel slot and set this size right here, then if you change the texture, if you just do this, right, now it just got bigger. And then the other problem I had was when I place a new texture which has more pixels, then it'll just get magically bigger. And I couldn't set a specific size. I just want to set an image size, kind of like in Unity. You can just specify the pixel size on an image directly. You can't do that here. So I had to fake it by saying the expand mode is ignore size, and then the panel slot could set the custom minimum size. And then finally that worked. But it took a whole lot of time to figure it out. And I ended up making the slot in a different scene and make an inventory in a different scene, which meant I had the new scene with the user face in total, which is probably not good practice at all. Because why do I need to have a scene separate for the inventory? Am I gonna copy the inventory scene? No. But now it is like it is. I'm not gonna change it because it fucking works. I don't care. But now I know for the future. Maybe I'll fix it and make it all into one UI scene instead of 3 different. Because this is the slot can be in a scene specifically, because I don't want to access all these childs independently in the UI. But the inventory, no, because the inventory is just this, and then a list of all of these. So I'm not gonna touch this, but I do know that this is not best practice at all. Because it works. So anyway, and I did test out my inventory yesterday, and it works. It was really easy to code the inventory. The hardest part was making the UI for the inventory. Who would have imagined that? And now I'm trying to learn about this node here called Area 3D, because in Unity I do know how to pick up items. You just need, I personally use something called physics.overlap box or sphere, and I get an array of all the objects which I want to interact with in a layer mask, return that, sort which one's the closest, and then pick it up. I try to find out what could give me a similar effect, and then I stumble upon the Area 3D. Area 3D has this function called get overlapping bodies, which is basically just all components with a body. So this is what I was kind of looking for. This, if you go into the documentation, get overlapping bodies right here, and it gets all the inserting physics body 3D models. I am not. What tutorial are you following? You are following. I am not following any tutorial. I'm just using the Godot engine documentation website. I just Google in a note, and then I find out everything I need to do. I just read the methods it has. As long as the methods is documented and it just gives an overall explanation of what it does, then it's pretty easy to figure out what you need to do. So what are physics body 3D? I can see here what is inherited by. So static body, rigid body, physical bone, or character body, which is what I want. I want my item objects to be rigid bodies because I want them to be physics based with the Godot physics. So I need to get the overlapping bodies through this one here. Quite easy. So now I have my item object here. Let me just put in the rock and then pull up this one here. So now the thing that I want to do, since I need to set the mask, the layers correctly. This needs to be the item layer, because then I can have the pickup area. Item pickup area is probably a good thing to specify, which has the mask for the item. So all items will be affected inside of this area 3D node. So I can get them like this. Now, and since I know that all the nodes this will overlap with is going to be an item object, I can just get the node item object, and then boom, problem solved. So it would be cool if I can just specify it like this, but I can't because this returns a const, so I can't change that. But I can get the node. You can make your variables unready so they load before running the game. Oh, so is that an extra command if I want to, instead of initializing them right here inside of ready, I can just give them an add unready and it will do it automatically. That's good to know. I don't know which item. So if I want to initialize a variable, okay, that's useful, because then the onReady doesn't need to be filled with variable initializers. Okay, thank you. So this is going to say get node path. So what is the node path? Just item object, right? But I can't reference the item. Can I get at the item directly, maybe? Like a var item object, which is going to be equals to the body. Let me just do it with the first index, right? And then I can check if it has node. Can I then just get node? And the get node is just going to be the item object. So like this, right? And then I can say item object, and then drag and drop your node in the editor to get node path. It's a new feature. Oh. So like this. Very nice. Just like that? Okay. Let's try it. Let's try this. Vibe check it. Okay. So now I just need to put it inside the inventory. So for that I can just get the component here. Dot put let me just check the item component. That put in item. Why did I delete this? Okay, I'm just gonna copy paste it to make sure that I'm doing it right. And then the item and the amount. So item objects dot item. Did I not make this public? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, does it just not know how to do stuff right now? I don't know if this works. Well, we'll find out now. Oh, I forgot to destroy, but it's fine. Let's just test this. Ugh. So, get 11 bodies in base instance and null instance. So, is this because this was empty? Because it worked before. It's probably because this is empty. So, if pickup area dot get overlay body dot size is over 0, when we do this, is that how it can do it? Okay, nothing crashes. Pog. Okay, still doesn't do anything. But I do know that this worked. Can I then do rigid body 3D instead, maybe? I don't know. Well, it clearly registered because I don't crash when I press in here, so when I get in range, I actually do crash. So what's up here? Why? But this returns an array of no 3Ds. Can I just use item objects maybe? That would be kind of cool. But I doubt that will work. Yeah. But this is the null base, so... Okay, let's comment all of this. Also comment this. But let's just print this dot size. I forgot to add the parameters. So let's see how this works. So nothing gets printed. Get overlapping bodies, null instance. So it doesn't know what pickup area is? Like what? Oh, it's because it's called item pickup area. Bro, I'm stupid. I changed the name. That's why. Goofy me. Goofy. Okay. This is just me being totally goofy. So, okay, let's try again. Okay. It still didn't work. And that's because I still forgot to change this fucking name. Oh my god. Okay, smooth. Oh! We pick up item. Now we just need to big W. Okay, cool. It works. I'd be doing the thing. Red, if you're still here, why are you typing with a wrench? What are you working on? Wait, where the fuck is my phone? Oh, there. The wrong naming thing happens for me all the time. Yeah, that fucking sucked. But at least I know that initially my idea worked. It's just a dumb typo. So yeah, okay, we can pick up items now. This is huge, right? So now we just need to sort out the items which is the closest to me, right? So which item is the closest to the player? Good question, right? So let's make a function for this. So and the function will just give me the index of which index inside of this bodies array, because since this body array here is a const, I cannot change it. I can just get the values in it because it's a constant from the get overlapping bodies. So I just get a function which gives me the index of where the closest item is, and that's quite easy to do. Actually, really easy to do. Let me show. So function get closest item. So all that I need is the array, quite like that. And is this how we make parameters now, right? Yeah, let me just specify this though. So I want it to be an array of 3D nodes because I want the pop-up to come. So what do? Well, I make an array with the same size as this array of bodies, and I fill this array with the distances of all the items compared to the player, right? And then I sort through those and just find out which number of them is the biggest. And that's it. Quite easy, yeah? So, oh my god, I have a weird pimple on my elbow. What the hell? So, let's do this. So, let's make an array for distances. So this is distances, which is going to be a float. Array of float. Can I set the size? How do I set the size now? Oh yeah, right. There's something called distances dot append, right? Append array. Yeah, so I'm just going to append it with the distances. But how would that look, right? Does it get placed on the back, or does it placed first and then add a new one? Let me just check this real quick. Array. Append. Yeah, cool. I just want the appends an element at the end. Kind of like, okay, so kind of like pushback in C++. Okay, that's cool to know. So it plays with them at the end. So yes, okay, that's good. So no need to worry. And then I just append the value, and the value I'm going to append it with is just the distance between the item and the player. So let's make a for loop. So for I inside of the range of r dot size. I don't even need this one. I just need to do this because I get the size. Right? Yes, okay, cool. So I just get the vector now. So we have the transform. So is there a function called vector3.distance like a Unity? Where's forward, back? I swear to God that was. Oh, it's the transform dots. I'm pretty sure it was, right? So var vec, which is equal to vector3.0, right? So vec dot, so there's low, right? Is within distance? Distance 2. Okay, I'm just gonna use this one, and this will return me a float. So this vector is just going to be equals to transform the position, right? Right? Or is it called translation? Wait, what the fuck is the get position? Isn't there a get position? Huh? Oh wait, it's just called position, right? Yeah, and the position property returns to vector 3, because that makes sense. Yeah? So that should be all good, right? And then I can compare this to r I dot position. Yes. And then I can just have var dist for distance, which is equals to this. And then I take my distances and append with dist. All good, baby. So this is nice. Yeah. So what will happen now is that I will make a quick test right now, and I will just copy this folder right here, but for this I'll just print the distances. I mean, this is kind of educational, I will quite say. I cannot type like that. And if I go into main here, I will just do a little copy paste. that. And we place them right next to each other. I'll just press, and then I'll print the two distances out. So this should be really close, right? I just printed out all the texture rects, but let's see. Does this? Okay. I'm just going to. Why do I do the print on this one here? Debugger. Who is still in chat, by the way? I cannot see who is in chat for some reason. Remove this one. Print 2. Oh. Is this really supposed to be 2? One. Oh, it prints this out. So why don't it? Oh yeah, I'm not running this at all, bruh. Better. See, now I can actually test it. So this one should be really close while the other one is a little bit further away. So I probably need to make a new line. Oh, did it just decide to print once? Oh, see, now printed. So the other one is a little bit further away. So we can use this, right? And sort. So yeah. Oh yeah, this needs to actually output an index. Int return 0 for now. Jesus Christ, stop complaining. Good. Okay, so now we can just make a float, and we call it smallest number, and let's just set it equals to the first distance of the first distance, right? And it don't really matter. And then we just do a simple for loop that just says if distances I is bigger. Oh well, this is not smallest number, this is biggest numbers. Biggest, okay. Biggest number. If this is bigger than the biggest number, then oh, bar. Then we just want the biggest number to be equals to distances I. And this is a float var index, which is the int, which is equals to 0. And then we update the index by setting it equals to y. And that's basically it. That's all we need to do. Oh, also equal. That's cool. So greater or equals to the biggest number, then we update it. Oh, actually, it needs to be exactly the biggest number. And then we update the index, and then we just return the index, right? So var index, which is equals to this. And what we can do is that we just get it like that. And boom. We finished this. So this is a simple sort of getting the closest item. So this should pick up this item, right? No, it didn't work. What? Let me try this one then. Oh. Why did this one give me an error? Maybe that's why. So oh, it's because with get node we use it by name. Oh. Can I just do this maybe? I don't know if this is allowed, but let's find out. It is. Good. Naughty, naughty. So now I should pick this one up first because this is the one that is closest to me. Oh my god! And let's just make sure this is 100% the case. Let's take this pickup area. Let's just make it really, really wide. Right? And let's take this item object and copy paste it again. And now we place this one just a little bit closer. Right? And let's make this one even bigger. Just to get the point across that this is sorting. So this should sort. Huh? Huh? Is this the opposite? Oh yeah. I am sorting for the biggest number. I want to get the smallest. Why did I edit this back to the big? Why did I edit the smallest to the biggest when it was the right one? What the fuck am I doing? Fucking brain fart right there. See, now it works. Hey. Oh my god. So stupid. Okay. So this is beautiful. Beautiful. So that's it basically. I can pick up items. This is quite beautiful. But how do I make item objects probably? Do I need to have a scene for every single item type? I probably do. Because resources just... It's just data type, so I can't use resources. I need to have a scene type for every single item object that I want to have, right? Is there anybody in chat? I guess no one's is in here anymore. God damn. My YouTube says 4 people are watching. God damn. Oh, a guy commented. Guy named Joseph can't pick up items. And why is his comment hidden? Did he delete it? Or did he comment somewhere else? No, I can't see his comment. What happened? Oh. Got a little bit left. So, yeah. How delayed is my stream even? Damn, that's like 10 plus seconds. But yeah, is there no one watching? Anyway though. So, do I need to make a scene for every single item object? That is probably how it works, I guess. Wait, what is this item object? That's the one that extends the rigid body. And what is this item object? Which is the one with the class name? So this one? Delete. No. This one delete. Jesus Christ. Remove. Good. So, do I need to make scenes for these items, right? Yeah, I probably need to, because aren't scenes treated like prefabs? Yeah, so I need to use the scenes for as prefabs. So down here in scenes, let's make a folder for item objects, because I have something for different types, of course. And let's just do this for the rocked object. And this is going to be the item object type. Okay. because then I can just add the rug here, and by default set its amount like that, right? So yeah, that's it. And let's make these more customizable, right? So let's delete all of these, and visit the rug item. Can I just go into scenes, copy, paste? Cannot paste room now into the scene. Oh my god. So this is going to be the water item object. I can feel this going to be like very annoying in the long run. I just need to copy paste the context here. So this one will just edit to have water. Oh my god, this is so scuffed. But yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Water. Because I don't have any measures yet. So hey, this is fine. This is beautiful. Right. So then the idea is that I can just instantiate child script. And let's put both of them inside. Why the fuck are you complaining? This node has no shape. Well, that's a fucking lie. It's because I forgot to save. Like that. And the item object also, of course I forgot to add the water here, and by default 1. I can make a custom function for this called initialize, which will initialize it with the right amount. But other than that, this is an item object. It works. Beautiful. Let's test this. Oh, gee. Well, I think I forgot to add the layers. Yeah. So you can be this safe, and you can be that. Yay. And now I show the, yeah. So this is cool. So now for later purposes, I can save these scenes here inside of my item resources, correct? Because this uses items. So let me get the item class here, and then I can make an export. Export is there something for scene? No, there is not. But this is going to be the item object, and it's going to be of type packed scene, like that. Beautiful. Because then I can just do this, right, for the item object, and the item object can be this recursion detection. unable to assign resource to property. Well, that sucks. So I'm not allowed to do that? Oh, I'm not. Oh, that sucks. I could do that with wait. Can I just do it anyway? Okay, so I'm not allowed to do it like that. Well, that's fine. So the reason why I can't do it is because these item objects contains this item for it. So yeah, that sucks. I cannot do that. So what will I do instead? Well, I'll make sure whenever I need to drop an item, I check for its ID. How do I do this then? How can I cheese this? It's either that, or I need to make a switch statement in the future for drag and dropping. So when I try to drop an inventory, I check switch statement. But then I need to make a case for every single type. Well, I just wanted to store the value inside of the item object itself, because then I don't need to worry about it. If I just drop, I can just reference the item object and instantiate it, because that will be easy. But yeah, I guess I'm not allowed to do that. So yeah, that sucks. And this is not a good idea. Well, what I can do though is yeah, what can I do actually? I can have the data for just the default item object, and then I can instantiate the item object and put inside the item itself inside. That could be an idea. Yeah? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Or is it? Let me think. Well, can I have a mesh collider which is convex type on the mesh, so the colliders will fix themselves? Because then I can just set the mesh an item when I drop, and then that will be a fix, right? Oh, because I need the data. This is annoying. Is there people in chat still? No. YouTube's fucking capping on me. Oh, with my ear. Alright. Okay. So what the fuck do I do? My usual strategy doesn't work. Yay. It is how it is. So what do I do? So when I drop an item, can I just have it be a general object maybe, and then I just set the sprite to it? Like, what up, Ren? Ren, I'm having an issue. My usual strategy with Unity doesn't work, because my usual strategy, right, for when I use scriptable objects and I have the item objects, I just usually set them as a variable inside of the item data itself. So when I actually try and drop items out of the inventory, I just access the item object and just instantiate it. But I can't do that because since the rock item object contains the rock here, it will give me a recursion error. So I cannot do this my usual strategy. So what is the quick fix that I can do to try and cheese this? So I can just leave all of these empty and just have the mesh, and then I can just instantiate it and then put it inside, right? Instead, because the problem is that I don't want to use a switch statement to check for every single type just to place item inside of it. So I think that is what I'm going to do, right? So if I just clear both of these like that, then it would be possible for me. Yeah, then now I can put the rock item object inside rock. And the same with water. I can put the water object inside. Well, I cannot because I forgot to save the water. Like that. I think you can export the scene instead of the object. Not sure is the right thing. Pack scene. That's what I'm already doing. I am exporting it as pack scene. But the problem is, because of the pack scene has data which reflects the data that's... Because I can have the item data and put it inside the item data itself, it makes something that's recursive. Because we have a symmetric relation. And technically you're not allowed to do that, so that's what I can't do. So here's my idea now. I just instantiate the item object and then I just put it inside. Quite genius, if I do say so myself. So and I think I'm just gonna call this item object. Just like that. So now let's make a test. Yes, that's right. So let's do a quick test to do this. See, this will be let's just make input text, because I'm not gonna implement drag and dropping tonight, because one, I don't know how drag and dropping works. I'll probably need a tutorial for that, because I don't know how raycasting UI interaction works in Godot at all. So I probably need a tutorial for that. But so I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. But at least let's just make the principle for technically drag and dropping it out. I'm gonna place it outside the inventory. So let's just make a quick input map, which is going to be a drop item test. I'm gonna add that and press H. So let's do that test and do it inside the player. So this is all if that happens. So let's make a new one saying if event dot is action pressed, and it's a drop item test. So let's do this item test, right? So first thing we're going to do is well, I'm not gonna sort all of the things. I'm just gonna get the first slot of an item, get the item, instantiate the item object, like that. So let's be inside here, so I can have an easier time doing this. So let's get the slot here. And I want to get the drag down, so I'm gonna get the inventory component like this. Like Jesus Christ. Boom. Okay. Inventory component dot ha. Oh. Let me just say inventory instead, so it's easier to differentiate it. See, Godot is really bad at making drop boxes. See, where the fuck is the slots? Like what? It's so bad at this. Because I did define the component here. Maybe it's like that. Event status equals to like that. And can I then say dot slots? I just want the fucking drop box to come. Well, if that doesn't want to work, then I just need to pull in and out. So slots, right? Here, let's just get the first index dot item object, right? Dot instantiate. So let's just instantiate this from the player position. I don't care. We're gonna and we will get it like this. So var item object, which is going to be the item object, says equals to this. I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, it's because I have this one. This is equals to this. Alright. And then we just take the item object and say dot. Where's the item? Say dot item. See, this is genius right here. This test. Dot item is equals to the slots right here. See, this is genius right here. So let's first put something inside the inventory. So by default, this returns nothing now. Oh my god. So let me just have this one here. Give this one a quick test here. Give this one water and this one rock. This is already instantiated. But see, so the first one is a rock. So let's just press H. Nothing happens. Let's try and print and see what happens. Jesus Christ. So print this. So let's say check if this is even printing. So this is printing, good. Then print inventory. Then I want to print inventory. Okay. Check if that works. Inventory component. Okay, that's good. That's good. And do this one. Item object. Very nice. So where is this item object? What is this position? It does has a transform, right? Okay, what does instantiate even do? Like, what does it return? It returns an attack scene, right? Okay, it returns a tree of notes. You can use as a child. Okay, so it. So this just gets the whole tree. Okay. So first the item scene, which is this, right? And then we can get the item object, which is equals to this one knows the one piece is real. Damn, someone just texted that to me. Get closest item. I don't know what I'm doing wrong right now. but it is how it is. Oh wait. That name. So it prints the item objects, but where's the position? Like, where's the position? Hey, what the hell? Godot instantiate packed scene. Like, why does it exist in the world? Let's just get the item name. So, it doesn't know what this is. So it didn't give me this. What the hell does this do? This is hard as fuck. Just want the reference. No. Oh, so now it's not nil. So it now knows what it is, but now we need to set its item. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. So right. I doing wrong here? Okay, so this works. So why can't I set the item? Oh wait, couldn't I use the already thing? Oh, hello Tati. Then all the things I'm doing right now is worthless if I can just do the bounty. Like, let's have there's a function which is on init, so when it gets instantiated we can just set its item, right? But you're good at Godot, right? It's going alright. I'm just trying to make the item objects for pickup, but it won't really work. Because I want to drop the item objects, but the problem is the way I do it in Unity, I just have a variable for the item objects in the scriptable objects, which is the resource kinda, but I found out that if a scene stores the resource, which the resource was when tried to store it, it gets a recursive error, so I cannot add it. So I try to find I'm trying to cheese it right now. It's kind of stupid, but I think it will work. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I am doing this all backwards, I don't know. So the thing is, if I try to, so this is the rock item right now, and this is the water item. If I give the water and make a store the water item, and then the idea that I had was that I want to store the item object. which is then drag and drop. So, but I can't do that because the rock and the water stores the type, which I'm not allowed to. I can't store the water. No, I cannot anymore. What? Okay, now I cannot store any of them. Well, I was able to store. Yeah, see, I can store the rock, but that's because the rock doesn't contain water, but this one does contain water, so I'm not able to place it. So I'm trying to make a loop around, because the idea is that when I drag and drop, I just want to instantiate an item object, which is the item that I dropped in world space. I can make it maybe dynamic, but I kind of want everything to be kind of set in stone. Like, I could technically make it dynamic, right? But so the item resource maybe holds a mesh for the item that's going to be dropped, and then I can just change the mesh when I drop the item. So maybe I can make it kind of like dynamic in that way, but other than that, it don't really work. It is how it is though. Yeah, it is how it is. It's probably because what I'm doing is probably not the best practice in Godot. It's probably maybe even a really bad idea. But let me just do a quick test though. I want to try and instantiate just started my PC. Let me try your method. How you're gonna try my method? Let me just try and instantiate this. Oh, this is the pack scene. Yeah, maybe just update the mesh is a good idea, and then the item resource store just the mesh. Yeah, and then yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So that's probably what I'm gonna do, because using the pack scene, yeah, because the pack scene is directly related. So maybe I can just make one scene which is just going to be an item object, and then I give the item object and an initialize function with where I give it some parameters for its model, the type of item it's containing, and the amount. I don't know if there is a mesh collider type, so the collider will sort itself out based on the mesh. That'll be great. If not, I also need to do that one, and then I can just instantiate an item and it will be set when I drop it. But it's just kind of annoying though, you know. Well, let me just try and instantiate this though. Unhandled input. Let me just say if event dot is action pressed, not released, pressed, drop item test. Then I want to do this dot instantiate, and yeah. So right now I can instantiate this, but how does it work though? Does it just drop the item now? Oh, I haven't set it yet. Item object. Let's make it drop rocks. So when I instantiate this now, what does it do? Well, I can't see it anywhere. Does it need to set its position? So var object is equals to this, and then I can say object dot position maybe. No, I cannot. Well, what's... This is always so confusing. The return value is dot instantiate when you do the instance. Okay, I see. And then you need to add as a child to the scene tree. Okay, so I need to set it to child before it pops up. Okay. So can I just this dot add child, and this is going to be the object. Bruh. Oh. Okay. So this is quite scuffed. What? Wait, don't we collide with each other? Oh no, we don't. Items don't collide with each other. Well, now I can pick them all up. Infinite rock glitch. Okay. So I also need to set its positions. So how do I set its position then? Can I just get its transformation? No, okay, so I need to make a function for it to initialize it, I guess. So I need to make a custom function for it to initialize with a spawn location, maybe? Right? Yeah, I can just do that, I guess. So when I initialize it, I just give it a position. Oh, where do I set the position? It seems to be what I need to do. So I need to have an initialize. So func initialize on the item object. Func initialize, which will then just have the spawn position. which is a type of vector 3. And then I'll just say position is equals to spawn position, like that. And then I take and do that one, and then I set in my position, just as a quick test. Yeah. So this is a good test, right? Pick it all up. Okay. I'm starting to understand this a little bit more, but it's still fucking annoying though. But yeah, it is how it is though. So yeah. Let me close this one. I'm not gonna use you. Close. Discard. So I just need to plus it with the global transform basis.set. So like why the fuck did I add it? Yeah. So global. Well, how did I get this variable? Global transform dot basis dot set, and then times it by 2. So then I place it a little bit forward. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's based on the player model. So player model dot that one, but I need to use the negative value of this. So negative, because negative is forward apparently. Plus minus, bro. I can just, why don't I just use minus? That's easier. Yeah. See, so this is the item drop test. So at some point, I think it's going to be tomorrow, I will try and make drag and dropping for the inventory. And then I'll already have some base components. I really want to get good at making UI. That's just going to be the focus of this. So this is good. So now I just need to make a general item object, and then I will initialize it with some parameters, which is going to be the type of item it's going to store, the amount, and all of that stuff, and also update the mesh. So I guess that's the thing that I'm going to do, but I think I'll work on it tomorrow. The time is 10, and I have stuff I need to do, so I'll probably end the stream now. It's been 2.5 hours. Like, you can catch me streaming quite a lot, because here's my idea. Every single hour that I'm using Godot, I will stream it. Like, I haven't been using Godot without streaming. Why the fuck are you back? So right now I have 2.5, 3 hours, so 5.5, and 9 hours there. Almost 12. 12. And then I have 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. So that's 14, basically 15 hours of experience I have right now with Godot. 15 hours. Yay, very slow hours. Because I'm just taking it all chill. And I don't have my full focus on making a... Why did I just open Opera? I don't have my full focus on making a game. I'm just chilling on the stream. But yeah. Is there something I need to check? Maybe. Has Unity been making some things now? Maybe some drama. Ah, shit. Let's not forget this is what we said. I don't know if you got swamped and couldn't see, but what happened if I do not consent to these new terms and service, and I wish to simply stay on an older distribution and receive 0 new updates and remain on the originally agreed upon contract between our studio and Unity? In my nation and our nation of business, changing a contract like this is actually illegal. Full ass illegal. So my studio opt out of this bullshit changes, thanks. Sorry, I had to go hunt down a lawyer to answer this, so it took a while. Here is their response. Our terms of service provide that Unity may add or change fees at any time. God damn. We are providing more than 3 months advance notice of the Unity runtime fee before it goes into effect. Consent is not required. And the only version of our terms is the most current version. You simply cannot choose to comply with a prior version. Further, our terms are governed by California law, notwithstanding the country of the customer. God damn. What the fuck? We can change over whole consent. Damn. God damn. Unity's going crazy. Nice shader. Okay, let me try what people are making in Godot. Let me check. I can use both. Oh, I can just change it. That's cool. I can just change it whenever, so I can use both scripts at the same time. That's cool. Because you can leave the heavy lifting to C# while working with GDScript in UI. Okay. So Godot tip basically says that you use C# for the general purposes and GDScript for UI. Is that the best practices? Who knows? Maybe it does, but I have seen people stress test it, and C# gets like 3 times more FPSs when you stress test this with algorithms like A*. I created a modular first-person controller with abilities. So double jump, a dash. I mean, this is decent. I've made something similar in in Unity. And this is a Doom clone. Card games? Okay. Okay, Godot 3D in 4 years. Okay, so he's been making 3D games in Godot. I don't see much change in quality. It's kind of low poly. Yeah, most people here just use Godot for 2D. Oh, this is interesting. But the what is this FUV angle? What the fuck? Oh, this is a Don't Starve clone. Yeah, all this looks cool as fuck. Yeah, optimization of graphics matters the most. Then it's good that I mostly use my art style is mostly low poly, so I don't think that will be the biggest issues. The biggest issue is maybe gonna be advanced algorithms. I will make an A-star algorithm. I think I will code that in C# then, because I've already coded A-star pathfinding once in C#, so I think I can just do it again instead of doing it in GD scripts when C# is probably gonna be faster. And A-star algorithm, based on the amount of agents that I have in a scene, pathfinding can be quite annoying in optimization. But yeah. Skill tree physics. Is there built-in A-star algorithms? There's an A-star 2D. Is there... Is there A-star 3D? I see one for 2D. Oh yeah, A-star 3D. Okay, cool. Can I see an example for this? Is there a text example? No. No, this is good. Then I don't need to code it in automatically. That's great. Is it just ready to use? So I just set a point position and tell it to walk over and it will do it? Or what kind of component is this? Let's turn this off. Let me just check this. Oh my god, this is my car. This one knows the One Piece is real. God damn.
So a problem with Godot right now.
Bruh.
So a problem with Godot right now is there's no real way to do in-editor 3D pathfinding. Cube.
Oh, is this guy making it himself? Okay, this guy makes it himself. Okay. Can I see the node though? Pathfinding.
Hello everybody, so today I'm gonna learn about pathfinding in Godot 4. This is my level 8, and then it falls
So
basically
navigation region.
and I put everything under the navigation region.
Okay.
Navigation mesh, and now I have a navigation mesh. And then what I do, click on bake nav mesh. Let's create a character body, and then I'm gonna add a navigation agent 3D. Agent 3D has to be attached to the one is speed and the other one is acceleration. That I position whatever you want my target.
Oh, this doesn't use the A star.
And
Or maybe the navigation agent does it automatically.
so the character body, you can see that my navigation agent or the character body is moving to the target that we set. And it's avoiding the wall here because there's a mesh which basically
I can just use that.
accordingly.
Probably it's the exact same as the nav agent in Unity in terms of how it works. But the problem is that I just feel like they're too smooth. I do like them being kind of grid based, so that's why I wanted to do A star. But yeah, this is probably easier, so maybe I'm just gonna do that. It is how it is. So that's music. There was an agent node. Yeah. They basically copied the nav mesh agent from Unity. Before I end stream, I think I want to show off a little bit. I have some updates on my game engine with C# scripting. It actually works quite well now. I just need to spend a lot of time making C++ calls from C#. It will take quite a long time, but I have a good setup. So I want to be able to play with my entities from C#, so actually making some real scripting in C++. And with that, I need to make these internal calls, but I need to make an internal call for every single component. Yay. But luckily I can make the script component, I can just use a template for that, so I don't need to generate one every time I make a new script. So that's cool. But for every default component, I need to make a specific function for this, so this will be like really long to do. This is just some testing here. Yeah, I run the internal calls from C#, and then I run them inside my script engine here. I do have a few examples. I can also do it from the other way around. I can invoke a method from C++ to my C#, and the other way around. And this is from C# to C++ with this one. So this is quite cool. Yeah, graphics programming is cool. That's also what I learned with first. But yeah, as you can see, this is a C++ function. This is just some comments. Here I make a vector struct. Like I just made a quick struct for vectors, and I can return it back into my game engine with the script. Like, what row is the function now? Where did I place it? Oh yeah, inside glue. Where is it? Yeah, like this. Native log vector. I can just use glm vec3 because technically, if I go and peek in here, the vector3 is just a pair of free floats, and this one has free floats. So this is basically the same. So this is cool. So I can just make vectors free on the fly and also print out the values. So this is pretty cool. I also have functionality for drag and dropping. So this is a scene right here. So I don't use, I want my game engine to kind of work like Unity because I'm used to that format. So I can just drag drop scenes and load them in. It's quite fast right now because well, it doesn't have a lot of it. And this is the pink outline is just visualizing the colliders. I can also click on them. And this is actually a really cool shader tactic. So the way I'm rendering this is that with OpenGL you can make frame buffers, which is basically, it takes simplified, it kind of takes like a screenshot of my game view and then I make it into a texture. Oh, anger. That was my brother. But anyway, so frame buffers has this cool property where I can just shader on it. Well, okay, let me talk quick about shaders because this is pretty cool. So the way I am picking entities, because this is basically a texture. The viewport also in Godot and Unity is just a texture. It's a frame buffer texture from OpenGL. But how do I then click on the different objects if this is just a texture that I'm clicking on? This is where the cool shit happens. So these objects of course uses shaders, and shaders can actually it's not just about colors. It can actually output more things than just colors. If I go inside where the fuck is my shader files? Not in here. They're here. Assets, shaders, and let me just use the quad here. So down here at the fragment type, I can of course output the color, which is the color thing, but I can actually also output, for example, an integer, which is the ID of the entity. So when I click on the pixel, I can not only get the pixel color, but I can get the pixel ID. And if I give the pixel ID the ID for my entities, I can use that as a reference to pick out my entities. And this is really fucking cool. I love this. I just think that's so fascinating. So I can get the ID of a pixel and reference it to the entities that I'm clicking on. It's so based. I like it. So that's a cool thing about shaders, that it not only outputs the pixel colors but also a pixel ID. It's pretty interesting. And then I can just, inside of my UI, it is kind of hard dealing with UI because I use this library called GUI. It is kind of hard because I can't like just visualize in a drag and drop. I just make the window and then I just play around with it a little bit till it do what I want. Like I have the scene hierarchy here. So the scene hierarchy is where I can select entities. Oh my god, it's a lot of code for a lot of shit. I don't even remember when I first wrote this. I have been working on this game engine for around 2 months now. But yeah. But C# scripting is work in progress. I will make scripting for my components. Well, in the next 7 days, the C# scripting will work at minimum. Like I will be able to make custom scripts. like the way you can make like custom scripts with scripting, you can kind of cheese it a little bit. So if I go down to my components, I have a component called native script component. I just need to make a general script component, but basically what I'm going to do is that I can bind a function to it, which is the instantiate script, and I can do it a specific type. So I can kind of like bind a function, all the different functions to the native script, like the on update function for the components and all of that stuff. And then I can kind of like fake it, so I don't need to write new internal calls for all my custom components, as long as they do it inside of the range of the update function and the start functions, kind of like in Unity's workflow. Then I can just put it inside of the instantiate script, and then as a bind. It's kind of abstract, but it should work like that. Lots of different cool things. My favorite part is just the physics. I didn't make the physics myself. I use a library called Box2D, but it's only for 2D physics. I need to also get a library for 3D physics because I'm not interested in making 3D physics. Who just sent me a friend request? Someone sent me a friend request and then they... What? What happened? For you? What? Now it's gone, I can't see it. What? Weird. Oh, I pressed play when there isn't any scene. I should probably have an if statement for that, a safeguard. But yeah, look at these physics right here. Beautiful. Also that one. Yeah. Anyway though, I don't feel like coding that much anymore. So I think I'll end the stream now. Yeah. And probably head to bed. So yeah. Damn. The chat is gone? Oh, okay, now it's updated. Yeah, game engine is a huge thing, not just rendering graphics. I don't know, I will start one time maybe. Never know. Yeah. I mean, the cool thing about game engine, it's kind of like a bunch of different types of engines combined. Like, it's both a graphic engine, it's also a physics engine, potentially also a modeling engine, with an audio engine, and a scripting engine. And that's 5 engines in one to make the whole game engine, because that's all components you need to do to make a game engine. Well, you technically don't need the script engine, you can just hard code all the components and place that inside. But if you want it to be like kind of like dynamic, then yeah, that's the 5 types of engines you need to make. And right now I have the graphics engine, but only for 2D. I have textures, so I have all the basics for that. And so that's the graphics engine. I don't have an audio engine yet. I don't know. I kind of wanted to try and code the audio myself because I thought that would be cool. But if not, I'm just gonna find an audio library. But most audio libraries cost money, and the free ones are kind of shit. So yeah, I don't know. The audio libraries on GitHub is kind of weird. Yeah, I also need a physics engine for 3D. I only have one for 2D. but the 2D one is good. It's the best one on GitHub that I can find, also the most popular. And the modeling engine. I don't want to make modeling inside of my game engine. I just want it to be input model data instead. Like some game engines has like basic modeling features, but I don't want that. It could be cool to have like a modeling tool, kind of like Blockbench, which is made for low poly. So maybe cool. It could be nice. But yeah. But I kind of want to make all these cool UI components for the game engine, like the animator control. Like I really want to make this. I want to see if I can make this with AmGUI, like something like the Unity animator controller, like the UI. This, you know. So I have this one right here, then I have this right here. So I don't know how I will do it. I guess this is texture, right? So I can use a frame buffer, kind of like I do with my normal viewport, but this is then going to render these UI components with lines and then connect them, and I just need to point an arrow. So yeah, I can make that. But the most important thing is gonna be the animation window. I don't know how I'm gonna make that, because yeah, I can make the part here on the right, or on the left, but I don't know how I will do this part here. Is there some people that have made it? Oh damn, this is cool. Oh damn, this is some cool ass UI. Okay, the objects here looks kind of weird, but damn, they have a nice style. I really need to learn about how to edit the AmGUI styles probably. I just used the default template that I found for the UI style. But yeah, see, how do I make this part here? Like, damn, sequence. Like, this is cool as shit. With animation curves and all that. Oh, this is in SVG loader. This is cool. But like, how do I make stuff like that? Like, I really want to learn this. But yeah, AmGUI is crazy. Oh, is this AmGUI? It is. What? Damn, AmGUI can do some crazy stuff. Visual scripting. I really want to play around with AmGUI more. I really want to like master this library. People can make some crazy stuff with it. Yeah, well, AmGUI is kind of like the basic library for all GUI components because it's really easy to use. And it has a dock space, drag and drop functionality, which is of course really useful. Even Unity uses it for their UI. Their UI is made with AmGUI, if you didn't know that. So yeah, this is all things that you can make with AmGUI if you get like really good at it. But how would I make an animation window? Has there been people that have made it with I really want to see how people make stuff with GUI. GUI animation window. Like, is there people that make tutorials on it? I don't know. Oh damn. For AAA games and game engines. Oh yeah, a lot of people also use GUI for debugging. So it just opens up a bunch of windows for debugs. It's crazy. You can do a lot of shit with it. So yeah. Make beautiful desktop applications. This is just probably an GUI guide. Or maybe? Yeah, this is GUI. I really need to learn this stuff. Probably. Like, probably. I do know how to use GUI, but like doing the fancy GUI. Like I really want to know how to make the animation window. Maybe in like a sequence, I don't know. But yeah. I think I'll end the stream now. And see. And just chill and maybe head to bed. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. See you, Fatty. You're the only guy in the chat, I think. It's fine. Damn, a lot of damn the devil's number. God damn. Well, that's fine. Damn, my first and second stream was really popular somehow. I don't know why. It is how it is though. Boosted some viewers. Good thumbnail. But yeah. Yeah, it's been chill. I'll work on Godot tomorrow. So yeah. Good night. I'm gonna end.